is up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So we'll be continuing on to the last part of this interview. AJ Shipley, former SEAL Team 6 member, and I've watched a lot of his shows so far, the Shawn Ryan show. This one just really struck a chord about how much they go through when they get back. Like I said, having worked at the Denver VA, I've seen that firsthand, but not in a sense that they were willing to talk about it. And the fact that this guy's, really saying how difficult it was for this transition to come back and what he's gone through is just, it's heartbreaking, but to see, people overcome adversity is awesome. So this last part is, as they kind of say, save the best for last, where he just really, no bullshit, just opens up and, doesn't sugarcoat what he has done to replace one thing after another to still get that, I guess, adrenaline high that, some of these soldiers get when going to war or doing something dangerous. He talked about, how many times he was parachuting, or halo jumps, which is high altitude, low open. It's crazy how, you still seek that rush. And so this last part, like I said, is really, it's really something. So hope you guys enjoy, and here we go.
And I start to breathe, I start to hyperventilate, try to flood myself with oxygen. And I forced it. I opened my eyes as wide as I could, and I started to deep breathe until light started to come back in. And I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was him, and he guided me to the truck. And by the time I got there, my vision had came back, but it wasn't normal vision. It was like superhuman vision. It was the brightest colors I've ever seen in my whole life. It was like I could see, like Superman. I saw everything. I felt everything. I've never been so in tune with my body, ever. I could feel everything. We got in the truck and we drove to the hospital, and we hit every pothole on the way. So my collarbone's in 30 pieces, just kind of gravel, just moving around. My scapula's blown out. And every bump we hit, it felt like a shard was gonna go into my lung. I didn't know how bad it was at the time, but I had a pretty good fucking idea. And we walked back there, walked in, told him exactly what had happened. We don't know the voltage, I don't know the ampage, I don't know anything, except that everything I've ever read is no one survives this shit. So I should have been dead. They brought me back on the table, they stripped me down. They're going through everything. They shoot the x-rays, they see the collarbone shattered, they see the scapula, they see everything else, and this doctor comes back. And he tells me, he's like, "Hey man, what do you do?" I told him. He's like, "Here's the issue, is with electrocution injuries, your body starts to produce some kind of enzyme, I'll fuck up the name, so I'm not gonna try. But he goes, if that number hits, we'll call it 10. If it hits 10, your whole body's gonna turn into essentially like rhabdo. Muscles are gonna liquefy, and I have to start chopping shit out of you. I'm a lot bigger then than I was now, or than I am now." And he goes, "I gotta start cutting out big things, dude." He's like, "Pecs gotta go, lats gotta go, glutes, thighs, hamstrings, we gotta cut it out of you. Because if not, it turns to mush, it turns septic, and you'll fucking die." He's like, "So when this thing goes, we gotta go." So I'm imagining now, I'm laying in a hospital bed, and this dude's gonna walk around the corner with a fucking piece of paper and start cutting pieces off of me.
So it's just your tissue, it's dead tissue that's rotting.
Yeah, essentially like,
toxic.
There's so much trauma all the way through, your body produces natural enzyme that basically turns shit septic. And he's like, that's what happens with rhabdo, like muscles liquefy or whatever. And he was concerned about it. And they did an ambulance ride all the way up to the burn unit, put me in there, ran every test they could, all the x-rays, stayed there for a couple days. And that dude came back in and he goes, "I don't know what the fuck is going on with you." He's like, "Everybody on earth produces this enzyme, everybody. If at 10, we've got to start cutting shit out, everybody sets at a 5. He goes, "Not only are you not at a 5, he goes, I can't find a trace of it in your whole fucking body." He goes, "It's a medical fucking mystery. Why you're alive, I don't know." There were a bunch of theories about because I was holding on to both leads, kind of connected to circuit, my muscles just contracted until I blew shit out. And if he wouldn't have unplugged me, I just would have stayed like that and cooked. You know, another second longer. They were talking about, it's kind of like doing a defib on somebody. He's like, we don't know what your heart was doing. If he would have unplugged it, you know, 0.25 seconds pre or post, maybe you would have flatlined and died. We don't know. He's like, because no one survives it, so we can't ever get test data for it. So I remember laying in the hospital. This is right after it happened, and I was supposed to work a jump course the following day. This happened on a Sunday. I'm supposed to work on Monday. And I remember calling the people I was working for at Skydive Suffolk, and I was crying. I was like, I am so sorry. Like, I can't believe I did this to you. It's like, I'm going to be there. I'll be there tomorrow at 07. I was like, I just don't think I'll be able to jump. And that fucking doctor looked over me, and he's like, you ain't going any fucking way. Just like that. Patsy jumped my ass, and I was like, Patsy, like, I'm just going to go down there. I'm in slings. I'm not doing any of this shit. And he's like, you could fucking die. Just like that. Hand the phone over. Patsy talked to her, and basically, like, he's not going to make this trip. And I didn't want to hear that. And then I instantly asked him, like, well, I've got the world record coming up in 4 weeks. And he looked at me and he's like, your days are done, dude. You're not fucking jumping. He's like, you're going to need major, major reconstructive surgery. And I had just went through it. Like, I had just gotten done.
Yeah.
Like, I just went through a year-long rehab process. Like, again? What the fuck, man? Like, you talking about driving dude in a hole. Like, not again, man. Not a fucking again. And the things you don't think about, like putting on socks. I couldn't put on fucking socks. I couldn't wipe my own ass. I couldn't bathe myself. I couldn't do shit. I could do nothing. I was worthless for months. I mean, I've got 2 plates and 27 screws from here to here. Like, it's over. My collarbone doesn't hinge on my sternum right. Like, this scapula thing, when that thing blew out, that was an injury that I never respected before. You hear about people breaking shoulder blades and scapulas, you're like, that's a terrible injury. It's terrible. When it blew out of my hand, it kind of fused my hand. So when people would shake it, it blew a hole through and hit the nerve bundle and hit the tendon. So anytime you would move my thumb, it felt like you were ripping my thumb off. I couldn't draw a pistol. Holding a carbine was miserable. And I had to basically just deal with that.
And you were going to contract as well when you retired, correct?
Yeah, I was supposed to go in September, December.
So that was out the window now.
Oh, there's no way. Yeah, with the rehab it took, there's no way. Just had to keep pushing that date back further and further. Try to lean in heavy on tribe skates, but now I'm hurt. Now what do I do? Like, now what do I do? Went back out at 6 a.m., 5 days later, and I finished fracture burning all this fucking skateboards, what I did.
Yeah.
My wife woke up, and you have never seen her look like that. Dude, she stood on that back porch and looked at me, and if looks could kill, I'd be fucking dead. Called me everything she could. Selfish motherfucker.
Yeah.
And she was right. But I told her, I was like, it's like skydiving. You have a cutaway, you have to get back on the next load and go back up. You're gonna build it up too much in your head. And I was like, it's a freak accident. I'm lucky enough to be alive, and if I don't do it right now, I was like, this thing will define me right now. I was like, this isn't who I am. I can't let this fucking thing beat me. I have to do it again. And I think she understood. And we obviously have a different system now, and it's very controlled now. I don't let anybody do it around me. We cut that out of it. But that rehab coming back, the very next day we started. I called Vernon Griffith, my trainer, and we started the very next day with a 2-pound dumbbell. Doing the whole thing over again. And it was miserable.
Damn. And you started GBRS group.
So we had Tribe Skates, and then in 2019, right after that, we started GBRS. So that happened I retired in August. That happened in, when's Father's Day? July, June.
You know, one thing that pisses me off when listening to this, I have such a vivid memory of this. Before they built the new Denver VA Medical Center, it was located, the one that I worked at was on 9th and Claremont on Colorado Boulevard, 9th. And across the street is another hospital, which was Rose Medical Center, which I think is still there. But the VA, of course, I mean, it's a 9-story building. It's a big hospital, but it was built late 40s, early to mid 50s, somewhere around there. So it was extremely antiquated. And I always tell this story to people because it pissed me off how they used to treat the vets. So we were located in the basement, and where my office was, it was essentially, it was at like kind of like a crosswalk. So if you were going to walk down to the cafeteria or the store, you would either, if you would turn right, that would take you to the cafeteria and the store and all that. If you turn left, my office was the first door on the left in the basement. If you went a little bit straight, there was an exit to go outside. Then there was a biomed, which those guys, you know, they fix the equipment, like you know, all the machinery there, IV machines, anything that they need fixing, that's where they do it. And then there was a bathroom on to the left. And for some reason, I was there 8-9 years, something like that, and it just, that bathroom just always reeked. And I remember thinking to myself, you go in there to use a restroom and they had those waterless urinals, and I used to think to myself, like, you have people here who are sick, who are taking, you know, perhaps chemo, or, you know, a multitude of things that could be wrong with their body. And of course, when your body is failing you, a lot of people have, you know, problems, you know, when they're urinating, different colors, different, you know, it'd be a ton of different things, the medicines that they're on, whatever. It just always reeked in there, and no matter how well they cleaned it, because, you know, I would call, you know, the custodians would go in there and, you know, they would clean it as best they could, but it always stunk. And it was like this for 5, 6, 7 years. So just kind of dealt with it, but finally there must have been a really higher up person that went in there and said something to somebody. And it happened 2 weeks before. So the news came out, where it became national news, about the waiting times, about the vets sitting there having to, you know, wait for their appointment. And I had mentioned that I would come in at 7:45, my shift started at 8, and I would see one of them sitting there. I would leave at 4:30, and I would still see them sitting there, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, like, how can they still be sitting here waiting to get seen? And you had people driving from Wyoming, Kansas, Utah, because their facilities in those states were much smaller, couldn't do what the VA in Denver could do. So anyways, this story comes out, it was all over the national news, like on 60 Minutes and everything, with the whistleblowers, and damn right they said something, and I'm glad they did. So at the time, the director, the Department of Veterans Affairs, he resigns. The new guy comes in, and they decide, we're gonna clean this hospital spick and fucking span. And they go in that restroom, and somebody decided it has to be these waterless urinals. Let's take them out and take a look. Come to find out, one of the waterless urinals, the pipe was cracked, and all this urine had built up 2 feet between the two walls. People who do construction and all that on homes and all that would know kind of like what I'm talking about. The wall that separates, you know, certain things in that little area, it gathered up to about 2 feet high, 10 feet wide. I mean, just fucking nasty. And since that hospital had asbestos in it, you know, asbestos isn't dangerous until they start working on shit, and then the stuff that you inhale is bad. So as long as they're not drilling or doing anything like that, you know, it's not gonna hurt you. But they had to go down there, and they like aired almost like a movie where, you know, they capture an alien or something and they seal it off. I mean, this bitch was sealed off, you know, with its own ventilation, just sucking out all this stuff. And I mean, it was crazy. I mean, the point is this, is that all those years that these vets are just sitting there waiting to get seen, all these years that this restroom just smelled fucking awful. And now that there's a new interim director of the Department of Veterans Affairs is going to come to the Denver VA to assess why we were over budget on the new VA, which I have never been to and I don't plan on going there just because I was put off with how they really treated them. They were already, the budget had ballooned over $1 billion, and it was when they first estimated it was supposed to be like 975 million or maybe 700, 800 million, somewhere around there. Then it went to 975 million and then over $1 billion. So he was going to go in there, talk to like the directors and some of the directors, not the directors, some of the chiefs of all the departments and stuff. And then he was going to go and tour the site. They made that fucking hospital spick and span to where you could have fucking eaten off the floor, and it was never that clean. And I remember one of the employees asking me like, oh, hey, are you going to go to the meeting to, hear the new director? I'm like, fuck no. I'm like, why the hell did they clean this hospital up so fucking great for one guy who's only in here as an interim, and yet they don't fucking do that for our vets? I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I was like, this makes no fucking sense to me. And so of course they go to the new VA, bring in the Army Corps of Engineers as to why it's taking so long. What can they do? Is the budget going to continue to balloon? All that. Well, they finally finished it, and come to find out it's still not big enough, but I don't know if they're making it work or not. I haven't kept in touch with it, but I mean, just that's how disgusting some of those facilities were. And the fact that they don't help them, the fact that they have to be so stressed out about getting injured, what am I going to do now for money? I mean, you would think there would be something in place for these guys to have something, if these accidents happen. I know insurance, yes, for one, but to have some type of disability from the government, because I think, it's a lot different for vets that they can't have certain amenities that civilians would have because of interest rates or because of this or that. It's the way the government tries to protect them is also a hindrance. And as he's describing, like, where the fuck am I going to get money now? So that's just something I wanted to touch on. It's sad, man. Anyways, back to it.
I retired in August. That happened in, when's Father's Day? June?
June 19th.
Yep. Yeah, we started out in September, GBRS. It's like full steam ahead. We got to go. I just focused on rehab every day. Hired a full-time trainer and just focused on rehab, trying to get back. It's not really what happened. I separated myself from everything. I used the skateboard shit as a coping mechanism. It was really just an excuse. I had to replace my love for the teams, my love for jumping, and my love for being away from my family. I had to give myself something else, and it was the worst thing I ever fucking did, man. I let my ego get the best of me and started cheating on the old lady, and just pushed them away. I just did. I ran multiple affairs for the better part of 2 years, all the way through. And I pushed out my fucking whole family, man. I
You were able to keep that shit together for 2 years. You ran 2 businesses. You're retiring. You have a family with 2 kids, and you're doing multiple affairs.
And the thing that disgusts me the most about it is because I love the team so much. I put Patsy on a fucking pedestal because of who she was, what she'd already been through. And we pride ourselves on loyalty. And that's the biggest loyalty breach on fucking earth. I had no justification for it. She's badass, dude. Like, I don't deserve her. I mean, she's hot as shit too. You know what I mean? Like, I had no excuse. She's perfect. I just didn't want it. I wanted to consume myself with toxic people, and that's exactly what I did. I hid it for a while, and then I couldn't hide it anymore. I couldn't. I was gonna fucking kill myself. I was back on pain pills. I couldn't do it anymore. I had all my stuff from before. I was back on Tramadol, back on Percocet from the electrocution, and I went back on status quo. I was like, well, I don't do anything half-assed. I'm gonna do it. I'm going the whole way. And basically everything I did before, I just kept doing again. I just subbed out the teams for businesses and affairs, and I went.
Well, then you kind of came into contact. Well, I mean, I know you guys knew each other before, but Patsy made a call to Amber Capone. What?
So we heard about it. We heard what Marcus and Amber were doing, and
what was the final straw? I mean, it sounded like it was like the last call of desperation there.
So Marcus and Amber did, I guess you'd call it a commercial. It was kind of like their story, and we knew their story, like we known them the entire time, so we knew everything they had been through. I mean, broad brush, I mean, we knew. And they made this trailer, I guess, and I was gone on a trip, and she sent it to me, and I was laying in bed at a fucking Marriott, and I watched that thing, and I bawled my eyes out, uncontrollably. Because I knew how bad I had taken, I knew how far I had went, and I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't think it was able to be fixed. I didn't. And she sent it to me, and she went, "If you love me, you'll go." It's kind of a weird thing for a wife to ask your husband to go to Mexico and do drugs, to try to fix yourself. And I went, "I'll go. I'll go." It didn't matter though. I wasn't hopeful. Once she said she wanted me to go, it was like a beacon of light. It let in some hope. She does give a shit. She does want me better. Like, she wants me back. She's willing to work this out. She's willing to accept me. She didn't know everything that was going on. She didn't. She might have had an assumption, but she didn't know. She definitely didn't know the severity of the affairs. She didn't. So by the time we get there, now we're in business with 3 other team guys. And now we're all gonna go. We're all gonna go together, we're all gonna heal together, because we've all been through some serious shit, and we're gonna go process this entire thing together in one fell swoop. What I didn't do was be honest to the people around me on what I was going through. I didn't tell them everything I had going on. The shit overseas, the disappointments on retirement, the transition life, the affairs, drama with my family, just everything. I didn't let them know how bad it was. And I had a fucking serious secret. I had one that I couldn't come back from. There's no way. It's my defining moment, and that'll be the last thing that anyone ever hears about me, is how bad I fucked this up. And there's no way to fix it. So it's every day we got closer and closer to Mexico. I fell more and more in love with my wife and kids every fucking day. I still wasn't homesick. I still wanted to be gone, but I would see it, and it made me regret everything I had done. For the last 2 years, every time I saw him, it's just the guilt. It hung around me. It hung around my fucking neck, man. And you want to go through the whole story? You want to take it all the way?
Yeah.
So we link up with Marcus and Amber, and we fly out there, and we put in some serious fucking work, man. That medicine, that entire experience is nothing on this universe. It can't be quantified. You can't do an experience and pass it off and tell somebody your story, and it sounds too bizarre. It just does. Divine intervention and everything else. You believe in aliens after that shit. Like, it doesn't make sense. The word cosmic comes up a lot when people do it. Like, you feel like you're one with the universe. It's weird. You become interconnected to everything, and you understand everything you've ever done. And it is at the forefront of your mind when you wake up the next day.
So how does it happen then? I mean, is it immediate? or
No.
you feel it the next day, or
No, I mean, you process that thing for weeks. It's in your system for a long time. At least it felt like. But, you know, you go down there, you do a ceremony, you give out your intentions, and I haven't told anybody my intentions. I haven't told anybody what I'm trying to deal with. None of them. They have no idea. They assume that we're dealing with some PTSD shit and some stress, some operator syndrome, maybe some other stuff. And we did Ibogaine. Had a very profound experience, and I woke up the next morning for the first time in a decade. I would have cut off a fucking arm to teleport home. I've never wanted to be home that bad in my entire life. With 3 other team guys. And now we're all gonna go. We're all gonna go together, we're all gonna heal together, because we've all been through some serious shit, and we're gonna go process this entire thing together in one fell swoop. What I didn't do was be honest to the people around me on what I was going through. I didn't tell them everything I had going on. The shit overseas, the disappointments on retirement, the transition life, the affairs, you know, drama with my family, just everything. I didn't let them know how bad it was. And I had a fucking serious secret. I had one that I couldn't come back from. There's no way. It's my defining moment, and that'll be the last thing that anyone ever hears about me is how bad I fucked this up. And there's no way to fix it. So it's every day we got closer and closer to Mexico. I fell more and more in love with my wife and kids every fucking day. I still wasn't homesick. I still wanted to be gone, but I would see it, and it made me regret everything I had done. For the last 2 years, every time I saw him, it was just the guilt. It hung around me. It hung around my fucking neck, man. And you want to go through the whole story? You want to take it all the way?
yeah.
So we link up with Marcus and Amber, and we fly out there, and we put in some serious fucking work, man. That medicine, that entire experience is nothing on this universe. It can't be quantified. You can't do an experience and pass it off and tell somebody your story, and it sounds too bizarre. It just does. Divine intervention and everything else. You believe in aliens after that shit. Like it doesn't make sense. The word cosmic comes up a lot when people do it. Like you feel like you're one with the universe. It's weird. You become interconnected to everything, and you understand everything you've ever done. And it is at the forefront of your mind when you wake up the next day.
So how does it happen then? I mean, is it immediate, or
No.
you feel it the next day, or
No, I mean, you process that thing for weeks. It's in your system for a long time. I still wanted to be gone, but I would see it, and it made me regret everything I had done. For the last 2 years, every time I saw him, it was just the guilt. It hung around me. It hung around my fucking neck, man. And you want to go through the whole story? You want to take it all the way?
yeah.
So we link up with Marcus and Amber, and we fly out there, and we put in some serious fucking work, man. That medicine, that entire experience is nothing on this universe. It can't be quantified. You can't do an experience and pass it off and tell somebody your story, and it sounds too bizarre. It just does. Divine intervention and everything else. You believe in aliens after that shit. Like it doesn't make sense. The word cosmic comes up a lot when people do it. Like you feel like you're one with the universe. It's weird. You become interconnected to everything, and you understand everything you've ever done. And it is at the forefront of your mind when you wake up the next day.
So how does it happen then? I mean, is it immediate, or
No.
you feel it the next day, or
No, I mean, you process that thing for weeks. It's in your system for a long time. At least it felt like. But, you know, you go down there, you do a ceremony, you give out your intentions, and I haven't told anybody my intentions. I haven't told anybody what I'm trying to deal with. None of them. They have no idea. They assume that we're dealing with some PTSD shit and some stress, some operator syndrome, maybe some other stuff. And we did Ibogaine. had a very profound experience, and I woke up the next morning for the first time in a decade. I would have cut off a fucking arm to teleport home. I've never wanted to be home that bad in my entire life. And I knew it was all for nothing. I knew it didn't matter. There's no going home for me. Just the thoughts that go through your mind when you know you're fucked up so bad, you can't come back from it. What do you say? Like, how do you enjoy that experience? How do you process the information knowing you'll never get to share it with another human being? Because at the end of this road, I gotta fucking kill myself. And that's what it was. That's a hard thing to wrap your head around. Like, I'm so selfish. I'm such a fucking coward that instead of face the music, this is what's gonna happen. We process the entire day. We wake up the next morning, we do a ceremony, we all come together and we're working through trauma together. It's a bunch of team guys in the same room, a bunch of them we know, a couple of them we don't know. And the common theme, because I'll just say it now, after I begin, I'll just say it. I looked at all of them, and they were pouring out some serious shit, some serious childhood traumas and dumping them on the table for everyone to see. And I called them all out. Fuck you guys. I've been sitting here for 16 fucking years alone, thinking I'm the only fucking dude. You've been my best friend my entire time. You've never told me that. Why'd you let me do this alone? Why? Like, how many fucking times I almost blew my head off in a fucking guest room? Why? Why didn't you fucking tell me, man? It's fucking rough, dude. And you see the collective, everyone in the fucking room the exact same way. Dudes had been in 25 years. Had a fucking 30-year Master Chief in there. Same fucking thing. I'm like, why? Why the fuck didn't you say it? I want a fucking answer, tell me. I didn't have one. Like, I wasn't ready. You better fucking get ready. Like, if any of you dudes go back home and you don't jump on the first building and scream from the fucking rooftops, this shit will save you, then fuck you. Don't be a senior man with a secret, not with this shit. I would have been so much better off if people would have just said it. Like, this happened and this is how I'm feeling. It's okay to not be okay. This shit is fucking, this is life, man. Like, as bad as we want to feel like we're Universal Soldiers and fucking Dolph Lundgren and Jean-Claude, we're not. Like, we're grown-ass men that have kids that call us Papa. You got to stay up late and do homework. We got to drop kids off on school buses. And you got to get on a fucking airplane and fly away and never see them again. You got to be okay with that. And it's a hard thing to do, especially when you do it solo. When you never say it. Not that it's not there, it's there. It's on the forefront of everybody's mind. And you're just not saying it. So we had a beautiful couple hours. We processed a lot of shit. Had a nice family dinner, and we're just constantly just on topic, talking about just everything. Fuck, man, I felt so relieved to be able to just say it. But I hadn't said it yet.
Yeah.
Hadn't said a fucking thing yet. We wake up the next morning, and we're gonna do 5-MeO DMT. We sent up a couple guys, and they are saving me last. I think maybe they thought I was gonna have a conniption. Because everybody knew I was really working through some shit, and they just didn't know how bad it was. And I laid back. We smoked the 5, laid back, and I've never cried like that in my whole fucking life. Every ounce of pain I have caused my wife, I've caused my kids, and anyone else, I felt right then. And I did it over and over. I was chasing the release. All this negative shit had filled up, and it was coming out of my mouth, and I couldn't stop it. I needed to purge all of this hate that I had inside me, and it was really just hatred for myself. They told you you'll know when you're done. You'll wake up, and it could be on the first dose, it could be on the 5th dose, it doesn't matter, you'll know when you're done. And I rolled over and I was done. Like, I was at complete peace with everything. Like, I've never felt so alive. I've never felt so connected to this earth. I've never wanted to go strap on body armor and deploy more in my entire fucking life. I felt like I had a superpower. We all did, and we all talked about it. I feel like I know something no one else on this earth knows. It's like you do. It's like you have a secret no one else knows. Like this medicine will save everybody. Fuck, I wish I could just give it to everybody right now and fix everybody. It's not how it works. And we're still processing all this information. So we've done that. We do our final ceremony and we're flying home the next day. We've been in River City. There's no phones. There's no email. There's no nothing. We had to write a letter home. And they basically gave us a blanket statement. They were like, hey, send this text out to your significant other. Everybody's married, so send it out to your wife. It says, hey, I'd love to, I'm through with the ceremony. I can't wait to see you, and I can't wait to tell you about everything that I've experienced. Blanket statement. And I knew Patsy was itching to hear from me. I mean, we haven't heard from days. You're River City on Friday, and now it's on Monday at like noon. So we're in San Diego. We're all at an Airbnb waiting for our flights. And we're like, okay. Because, you know, we're all business partners. All the wives are interconnected. So, like, you can't text your wife before I text mine.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, all right, ready? 3, 2. We all send it. All their phones go off. Not mine. She's probably at the gym. I hit her location. She's at the house. Okay. Send another text. Hey, are you available for a call? I call the house. They don't answer. Click back on location. She's not sharing her location with me anymore. That's strange. Call her cell phone. Straight to voicemail. The fuck? Like, maybe the kids are on the phone. Maybe they're just swiping up. They're watching YouTube, whatever. So I let it go. 3 or 4 hours go by, nothing. And I know the other wives have talked to them. They're not saying anything to me. They haven't heard anything. And they're tight. Like we're tight. We got to drive to the airport. We get to the airport and I'm on pins and needles, man. I can't even fucking breathe. Because I have this secret. And I don't know how it's going to get out. And now I'm starting to question. Like, does she know? She find out the affairs, like what the fuck is going on? We get into the airport. We stop in a layover in Atlanta, and I power on my phone, and there's a notification that pops up that says password's been changed to my email. Like, that's weird. And then I go to log on to, I had a ghost Instagram account that I was running all these affairs on, and she had hacked into that. She changed the password and opened it up. And she opened it up on Friday when we went River City. And she had all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and all day Monday to read through everything I had said and done the last 2 years. Everything. And you're a team guy, so you know exactly what those were. And she read it all. And at the very end of it, she found out that one of the people I was having an affair with was pregnant. Oh, fuck. So I don't know any of this. I just know that now she's in there. And now I'm Panic at the Disco. And now I'm telling them, oh my God, like, she's hacked into my Instagram account. Like, she knows. I'm like, we don't know. We land in Virginia Beach. We drive back to the shop. All the wives are there, except mine. Take a big breath and I walk upstairs in my office and every fucking thing I owned is in cardboard boxes sitting in my office. Everything. And there was just printouts of all these text messages that I had been sending out. Screenshots of pictures and all kinds of shit. There's everything in there. And I knew. That's it. You know, coming back from that one. There's no coming back from that one. It's heavy, man. And I saw the other wives, give everybody a hug, and I looked up at Cole, kissed him on the cheek, told him I loved him, and said I'd call him in a little bit. And I had no intention of calling him in a little bit. I jumped in my truck and I drove straight out to Sandbridge, right out by the ocean. And I backed my truck up right next to the command gate, and I sat there in my truck and I contemplated everything I had done my entire fucking life, from the fallout with my parents to the, you know, having kids and the affairs and everything in between, actions overseas, everything I'd ever done. It was so crystal clear It was like I had superhuman memory for the first time. I remembered everything, but it wasn't anything positive. It was just all the terrible shit I had done. And it was at the forefront of my mind, and I didn't have the courage to call Patsy. I didn't. Thinking about making that phone call and her not answering, but her just dismissing me, I couldn't do it. All I wanted to do was see my kids. That was it. Just let me see my 2 girls. Just give me one fucking glimpse of them, and I'll be out of your hair. Just let me say goodbye to them. And I'm parked over there, and she called me out of the fucking blue. Just called me, and she was tracking me. Cole had actually followed me, so he knew where I was going. She tracked my location, knew exactly what I was going to do, and she called me. And she's like, "Hey, I need to see you. I need to see you fucking face to face right now." Is that okay?
Had you made your mind up how you were going to do it?
Yep. I shoot myself right in the front seat of that truck. Made a video for the kids, whole thing. Selfie video, that's it. Fuck, man.
So she found you.
She fucking drove up, parked right next to me. She got out of that car like she had 1,000 times, and I was sitting on the tailgate, and she walked over to me. I was sitting on the tailgate, and she walked right in between my legs and pulled my glasses off my fucking face. And she cried. I've never seen a woman cry like that. Fuck. Bawled her fucking eyes out. So did I. I mean, one of those uncontrollable ones where shit's just coming out of your face. And I was trying to tell her how sorry I was, how much I regretted everything, and she looked at me right in the fucking eyes, and she knew that I was back. It's the weirdest thing, you can't explain it. But she looked at me, and my eyes were clear for the first time. I was off all pain meds. When I woke up from Ibogaine, never had another painkiller. No Cymbalta, no Adderall, no Copenhagen, no nothing. No affairs, nothing since then. But she saw it. She saw that I was completely sober for the first time ever. And she looked me right in the fucking eyes and she said, "Are you willing to try to work this out?" And she was like, "I don't know if that means we're married." But she's like, "I can't have you kill yourself."
I was saying that is a strong ass woman right there. To have, wow. Now, mind you, she lost her first husband in combat. And even though it's kind of like he had said in the beginning, I don't know if I can't recall if I played this from the very, very, very beginning. I might have just picked up from the historic gunfight. That's where I think I picked up from. But she was married to, his name is well known, Nick Dietz. He was killed in combat. I don't know if he won some type of Medal of Honor or something like that. But it was widely known who he was. He did something heroic. So she was married to him. And, you know, usually they kind of have like the unspoken rule, you know, like, you shouldn't date or get with, you know, somebody who just lost, you know, one of your brother's, you know, wives who just passed away. But he just said they fell in love with one another like immediately. And, you know, people didn't really give him shit after that because they knew, you know, he made her happy and vice versa. And so she already knew everything that military guys, you know, how long they're gone for, how they come back, and all this stuff that he's talking about. So she is one strong woman, man. That is just, it's crazy because not a lot of women, I mean, they're so, it's just, yeah, that is just a lot of shit to deal with. And man, she saved his life. And like he said, that's hard to really think about and say, do I deserve this, man? Wow. That's crazy.
She's like, "These fucking kids need you too much. The shop needs you. don't do this to these families. Like, you and me can figure out a common ground. And that's all I wanted. I knew we'd never stay married. I don't fucking deserve her. I just didn't want to lose it all. I didn't want to end it like that. And we went back, we had a super hard conversation. And she asked me, she's like, I want to know everything right now. And I fucking told her everything. I fell on my sword, and for the first time in my life, I didn't filter a fucking thing. I sent it the whole way. I told her every ounce of it, every detail, how long it had been going on, why it had been going on, and what I'm gonna do now. And I told her, I was like, I don't want you to stay with me. I don't want you to stay married to me. I want the opportunity to make it up to you. Just give me one fucking chance to prove to you every day that I'm fucking sorry. Like, I don't need to be forgiven. Just give me the opportunity to make it okay. And every day I wake up with that on the forefront of my mind. Like, I'm gonna show you today how committed I am. I'll show you today how far I'm willing to go for the family. And that's the goal every day. And ever since that fucking day, since I landed in Virginia Beach, we have never been better. It's hard to say, man, but we have never been better. My kids have never loved me more. It's weird. My oldest called me DJ until I retired. All of them.
Yeah.
And now it's like, that's my why now. It is. Like, I'm the luckiest fucking dude I know. I am, and I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve to have her. I don't deserve to have those kids, but I'll fucking take it.
She stuck with you through all that shit.
She fucking did, man. She stuck through with all of that. Everything she's fucking been through. All that shit I put her through. Not the affairs. Like, that life in the teams with me was fucking rough, man. I mean, she used to look forward to me being gone. All I cared about was that fucking place.
Yeah.
I did. I cared about the teams. I wanted to do that, and I didn't want any distractions. And then I let it consume me. And then I needed to find something else. Skydiving, I couldn't do that anymore. Now what? Now we're doing this. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. It's the worst thing I've ever done. And it's the only thing in my life that I wish I could take back. The rest of that shit I'll take. The scars I'll take. The bad memories I'll take. The look on her face. That's what keeps me up at night. Just the breach of loyalty. She trusted me. Everybody did. They trusted me to do her right, and I fucking didn't. I let my ego take control. And it fucking sucks. Some fucking heavy shit, man.
Yeah, that is some real heavy shit. That's an amazing woman.
No shit. If we think back to not going to Mexico, just imagine if that happens on a Tuesday. She finds out there's no Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm the same way that I was before. I wouldn't be here. I was too fucking suicidal.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was hinging on it. Like, I was, man. I was itching for a reason. And that was my reason. Without her, man, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. I was actually going to have her call in, but things didn't go as planned. But we're wrapping this up, but I got to tell you, man, you've got to be one of the most resilient people I've ever fucking met. That is, been through a lot of shit.
It's a daily struggle. It is, man. Like, that fucking road ain't easy. And I'll tell you what, after the whole thing kind of came out, you know, it spread through the community like fucking wildfire. I was surprised how many other people it happened to. A shit ton of people. A bunch of people that I knew. I had no fucking idea. Like, I mean, cheating's it's a common theme in the military. I mean, it just is. Gone on the road a lot, it's a common thing. I feel like she should have got an exemption feel like I owed that to her. You've been through enough. You didn't deserve some fucking typical team guy piece of shit cheating on you. You didn't. She's fucking perfect. And I took her for granted. It's fucking terrible. Every day I wake up, I'm gonna prove to you one more time. That's a struggle.
She said that when I talked to her, that every day, that's the first thing you say when you guys wake up.
Yeah. It's the truth. I mean, she keeps me accountable. And that's what I needed. I needed someone to hold me accountable. It's like, since that's happened, I mean, we turned over, the Gold Star thing started right after that. And it's like, every day I'm dealing with that. And I'm also dealing with everything else that goes along with it. So, I mean, me and her, we're thick as thieves now. I mean, we have to be. Like, put our backs against the wall, and it's like, just you and me. At the end of the day, it's just this. The rest of it's just noise. It doesn't matter.
Good for you.
Like the big thing about Mexico, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is family. Things I can control, things I can reach out and grab and pull in. Everything else it's fake. Social media, it's not real. People pretending like they're happy and they're fucking not. And I see it now. I know exactly who that guy is. I know exactly the pain he's in. I know the pain that she's in. Doesn't have to be that way. If we just open up and we just say it, it can save people. Like, I'm sick of people killing themselves over what feels like a mountain at a time. It's not. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
No, I think we were just more open about it. Just say it. Be a lot better off.
If you had one piece of advice for guys coming out now, because we're hitting 20 years, you know, what would it be?
Guys transitioning?
Yep.
It's going to be a lot harder than you think it is. I see a lot of guys who do a failed transition now because they try to do it alone. You didn't do anything in the military alone. Nothing. You didn't write your own eval. You didn't do anything. You didn't do your own med checkups. You had a team supporting you the entire way through. Guys try to get out and they try to reinvent themselves into something brand new with no experience. And they try to do it as a singleton, and when it doesn't fail,
It's a damn good point.
they hit rock bottom. Like, why? Like, I get it, you want to go to Goldman Sachs, that's awesome. You're the only Navy SEAL in that fucking place. Who are you going to talk to? Like, who are you going to have a conversation with? When you're having a bad day, a fucking bad day, what are you going to do? Who are you going to call? Everybody else is busy. Like, you have to have people to check in with. I think that was the thing that saved us. After Mexico, we just say it. Like, there was open dialogue in that place now. All the Gold Star kids that are in there, we just say it. Like, we're not having this shit anymore. We have open forum conversations. Like, you got something on your mind, say it. Say it right fucking now. Don't hold it. Don't let it fester. It won't get better with time. You won't just get over it in 5 years. You won't. It'll compound, it'll snowball, and it'll consume you.
Well, I'm glad you're spearheading that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I got one last question. You have kids. After all you've been through, all those deployments, all those injuries, mental, physical, would you want your kid doing that?
Yes and no. If they were going to do it with true believers, with the right crowd, that dedicated to the mission, and really obsessed with it, absolutely. If it turns into some watered down thing in 15 or 20 years where it becomes like a part-time thing, no. In my opinion, that career field, special operations in general, it cannot be a part-time approach. You can't mass produce that. You need people that'll obsess over every detail. The nation deserves it. If I have a kid who's lucky enough to be a part of that, then absolutely. But I don't want some watered down bullshit. I don't want that. It's too dangerous to have that. It's like the only way to do it is to do it right. Do it the best of your ability. I know I'd do it all over again. I'd do every ounce of it, except for the last 2 years. As far as military, every bit that I hated, every time I was motherfucking somebody, it's all part of the story. I was exactly where I needed to be, doing exactly what I needed to do, and I'd do it all again.
Roger that. Well, man, I just want to say it was a real honor interviewing you, and fuck. Seriously, truly, it was an honor.
I appreciate it.
So, anybody looking to find you, the links are below. And man, I just wish you the best of success and most happiness.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on.
Cheers.
Such a crazy, crazy story. He's right, man. He's a resilient dude, man. I mean, fuck. Just kind of opens your eyes to more and more shit that these guys go through. You know, there's one more guy that I want to highlight, and this one, I mean, there's actually 3 more of these shows, and like I said, they're 4 hours, 5 hours long, so it's really hard to do it all in one sitting. But there's, and I implore you guys, if go check out his show directly. Just because this is me just, reacting to it and all that. I mean, he puts us together. It would be awesome to interview these guys, directly when you have those, contacts like, he does, him being a former Navy SEAL. But I mean, my goodness, he's had on a few guys who have made international news or national news for some of the things that they've been involved with. I don't know. You guys could look up Eddie Gallagher. He was essentially served his country, was the chief of his SEAL crew. Excuse me. And comes back and he's accused of war crimes. It took a presidential pardon. And this was all over the news, some years ago when this had happened, and he interviewed him directly. He interviewed a master chief who, and this one is the one that I want to play next. So I think I'll kind of keep that one in suspense, keep that one hanging there. But yeah, definitely go check out his show. I'll leave the links and everything on the bottom. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Just crazy what these guys go through. So, any way you can, if you ever see a vet, just thank them for their service, man. They deserve that. Anyways, I will be back shortly. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.